Okay, now we talk about the dictionary. Dictionaries are associated data type. Strings, lists, tuples, they're both sequences. So you have the order. You can say that the first element of the string is a letter. Okay, the first element of the tuple, the first element of the list. But you cannot say the first or the second element in the dictionaries, because dictionaries are essentially a mapping relationship. So they can use any immutable data type as an index and a value of any data, immutable or mutable. For example, you can have a dictionary to associate integer keys with strings, like their Roman numerical representation, like this. 1 to I is a 1 in Roman letters, and we use the quotes here. So while the quotes are not appropriately typed, but you understand what I'm talking about. Like this is a string, so you are linking you are linking the integer with strings. Okay, so the dictionaries here we give a name called Arabic to Roman, and we use a curly bracket to enclose this whole every element of the five associations. Here we cannot say that the Arabic to Roman has the its first association is 1 to 1. Its fifth association is 5 to 5. We cannot say that. If you do that, when you type that, it can be an error, like Arabic to Roman. For example, I'm assigning 1 to I, and we use a comma to separate them. And for example, I'm just doing this, and it's going to show me this. And if I want to do 0, it's going to give you an error. The error is that it's not ordered, so you cannot do this. If you want to really know, what's going on here in the dictionary, if you know the key, you should input the key into this, and it's going to show you the value. Okay, key and value. Okay, key and value. And you put 2 here, it's going to give you a 2 here. And if you go 3, it doesn't have anything. Well, the dictionaries do not have to be do have the relationships between the integers and the letters, the strings. It can be anything. Like my dictionary is, say, okay, this is okay, it's just like my name and like the TA's name. If I put here the key is gonna give me the value. Okay, it's gonna give me the value. You can input any immutable data types as a key. Why? Because if it's mutable, then the keys will change. So you can think about like my dictionary, any dictionaries, as an government used national ID system. For example, this is your national ID or your passport number, and this is all of your information. Your information can be changed, but your number cannot be easily changed. If it can be changed, then every information associated with you will be changed, and that will make the searching impossible. Okay. This is accessing. That is, you need to put the key to retrieve the value by inputting the key. And you can also assign new values to existing keys. That is just to directly assign a new value to the key. So this is Arabic to Roman, and is 1 to Roman 1. Here you just change it to English 1, and it will be changed. Like, if I just want to change 1 to, for example, hello, and you print it out, you find like the value has been changed. Okay, for the element with the key of 1. We cannot really say for the first element because there is no first, second here. Okay, you can also create new key value pairs by simply putting, like, say, 这样 let's do 小龙. I don't know why I'm doing this, but and you will find the third pair, key value pair, has been added, okay, into this dictionary. Dictionaries and default values with great method, like I cannot, great methods, okay. So for any objects, you have some methods that you can use, okay. Like the first one is get. Okay, you can basically do say, if you want to see whether this key has any value, if this key exists in this dictionary, you can simply do this. And you want to do, like, Li is not here, and you get an error. But if you really do the searching of the keys, possible keys, if it has an error, then all of your codes will stop. Okay, unless you use the exception handling that we're going to talk about, like, in the next videos. There is an easier way to do this, which is get. So get will give you the index and default value. For example, if you have this key in this dictionary, you return the value. If the key is not in this dictionary, you return the second parameter that I put here. I'm going to do 1 and cannot be found. Here, since I changed the value of 1 to hello, so it prints out hello. And because I messed up this. This should be ANG and Xiaolong. And if I messed up this, so this key does not exist in this dictionary, so it prints out it cannot be found. Okay. So keys, values. Dictionaries can store a large amount of pairs. And remember that in a pair, the value can also be a dictionary. Okay? A value can also be a dictionary. So that we can use dictionaries to store multiple layers of information. For example, info dictionary. For example, this is your national ID number. national ID number 123 123. And here we use this another dictionary to store all of your information, like name, like age, or birth. Age can be changed. Birth year. Like a number, like say, okay, and maybe what else? Height, say, and say, let's say grades. And grades, you can do another. You can use another dictionary. For example, math 100, chemistry, say 100. Okay. And here, this is one dictionary for my value, for my information. And here you probably get another one, like 1, 2, 3. And let's just say this is a Frankie's. Okay, birth year is uh-oh. I know, just okay. And you find, like, if you want to search for my information from this info dictionary, turn on. And you just search for the national ID. For example, if you want to have my information, you have this, and it's going to give you a dictionary. And if you want to have this information's birth year, you will have this. If you want to have the grades, you will have all of the grades. And if you want to specifically have the chemistry grade, you can do this. And if you want to have Frankie's, you just need to know. And this is also how a lot of databases store your information. Use the dictionaries of dictionaries of dictionaries, like this type of tree-like data type is called JSON. Okay, JSON, JSON. If you open any if you just download any JSON file from the web, and you just open it with a simple TXT, you will find it's basically a dictionary of dictionary tree-like database. Okay, this is what we talked before, and it's mutable. It's mutable, meaning that if you just duplicate this age to saved, okay, you assign the value of age to saved, and you change Bob's the dictionary age, so information, by changing Bob's value to 29, you will find that the value in saved is also changed, because this is a pointer pointing saved, this dictionary's value, to actually you're pointing this value to this value. So every time you are looking for the information of saved, you are actually retrieving the value from the current value of age. Whenever you change the value of age, you change automatically the value of saved. But this is different for tuple, or for tuple and string. If you just change, for example, you have like two tuples. You have tuple 2 equals tuple 1. If you want to change one tuple's value, well, you cannot change tuple's value. So that's a thing. Okay. Keys must be unique, so you cannot have this. If you do this, then the later entered value will overwrite the previously entered value of the same key. Okay, and if you want to know like how many elements are there for this dictionary, you will find that it only has one. To display the contents, you can actually just type age. It's going to give you the full dictionary. But you can also type the age.items. The interesting thing is, if you want to display only the keys, you can do age.keys. And if you want to only display the values, you can display age.values. Info dictionary.keys. Okay. This is it's not a list, but it's like lists. You can use it as lists. For example, for I in info dictionary.keys print I. Okay, so it prints out both values of the keys. You can also do okay, it's also printed out. Okay, the values is also the dictionary, so actually you can also do values. It's gonna print out. I think it's gonna print out like it's again like this. Let me see. Well, it doesn't work out. Why is that? Oh yeah, exactly. The reason is this one is a list. So this is a list. Okay, it doesn't have the value. You should do this. You should change this by, because this is a list, and you want to specify the first element of this list, which is a dictionary. Okay, and well, you cannot really do the first. Oh, you can do the first because this is a list, so it's a sequence. And then you have the values should print out the once again and 1900 or something. Nope. Well, it just doesn't support the indexing. It's a list, but it's not. So if we want to really print out everything, it looks like we can only do this. Okay. For each I, the first I is this list, is this dictionary. The second I is this dictionary. And for each I, you print out the values of the I, which is a dictionary. Okay, you can only do this. Updating dictionaries. You can also just update. We know that we can simply do age Bob equals 29. Then you can add one new dictionary element, but you can also use the update. If the key does not exist in the existing dictionaries, this pair will be added. If this key does exist in the previous one, then the new value will be updated. Okay. This is what we talked about before, and you can add a default value to see if to return a whatever thing you want to return if the key does not exist in the dictionary. You can also remove a specific item by using pop. Okay, you pop this Carol, then this pair will be popped. And if you pop Carol first, then you pop Alice, then your dictionary will become empty. Okay, but it's still a dictionary. You can also use pop item to pop a random item. Okay, but I tried this in Python 3. It looks like it doesn't really show a lot of randomness. Okay, now it's a brief introduction for dictionary. Next video we will talk about the aliases and clones.